What's up, kid? So on today's episode of Stuff I Use Camera, we're going to look at what's in my camera bag and what I use for a camera bag. This is by request for my buddy Carlos, who was asking me how I carry my camera when I ride. Just to kind of qualify things, I have what I would consider special needs when it comes to camera equipment and camera bags in general. Because I'm kind of a run and gun specialist. I'm not someone I can't carry a ton of heavy equipment because I covering events where I'm going out, even on a 5 or 7 mile cross country course, or never mind like a 100-mile course. I might be riding, dozens of miles a day. So I'm not bringing multiple lenses. I'm not bringing a red camera, nor could I afford one, nor would I ride with one in my backpack because I occasionally crash. But all right. I'll shut up and I'll tell you what my bag is it's a Lowepro Photo Sport 200 AW. It's a couple years old. I think it's still the model they make, and it's adequate. I don't love this thing. I kind of looked at a bunch of different bags. I tried a few other things, and this is what I settled on. It's not the priciest thing. I forgot what the price is, but it's not like an f-stop. And it's very lightweight. Just kind of show you some of the features here. So, let's get a little rain cover, which definitely comes in handy. You cover the whole thing up. That's pretty key. It's got a little pocket on the side here for it's generally for a tripod or a monopod, and then just to kind of let you in on how I kind of shoot stuff. This is for the DSLR. This is a super lightweight, kind of rickety Manfrotto, and it barely holds my my Sony A7 with the adapted Canon lens, but more on that in a minute. But so this allows me, I can set up in a fixed location and kind of shoot a feature on a course, say like Transylvania Epic, where I know people are going to have trouble or they're going to rip a section. I don't want to miss it while I'm running around with my gimbal or whatever. I'll just set the DSLR up kind of trained on a section, and then people tend to crash directly into the camera, so it's very entertaining. This thing does have a little pocket back here for like a hydration pack bladder. Hose runs through there. Some people wouldn't ever put a bladder in with their photo equipment, but that's not me. I kind of have to if I'm out, shooting True Grit Epic and I'm out in the desert. I'm gonna have a Camelback bladder in there, right? Hydration pack bladder, Osprey to be exact. Also for hydration, usually I have snacks and caffeinated beverages out back here, hanging out, easily accessible. It's got a little zipper pocket at the top. I've got a neutral density filter in there. Sometimes I'll have the mic that's on my phone right now. As I'm recording this, that'll sometimes be in there in case I want to stop and do an interview with good audio. I guess the main thing is the side pocket here. You can actually access, if you are dexterous enough, you can, while you're riding, you can reach back without unstrapping anything, and you can pull your camera out, and then kind of do some, self-stabilized shots. And I've got a Sony A7 II adapted to a Canon 24 to 105 EF lens with the Metabones adapter, and that works pretty well. Don't swap up lenses a lot, so it's that, and very, very accessible. But again, it's like, going for lightweight, so A7 works very, very well for me. One gripe: the zippers are not the highest quality. But this thing's a few years old and they haven't fallen apart yet. All right, so inside the bag. I apologize for the fact that this is not very deftly edited, but it's the only way I'm going to get these things done. I'm basically just trying to answer Carlos's question. And if you guys have questions about anything I use, camera or bike, feel free to put in the comments. I'm not a big fan of unsolicited advice, what you should do, you should do this. But if someone asks me, I'm more than happy to answer their questions, but I'm also not giving advice to people who don't want it. So if you don't want advice, don't watch. Easy as that. So in here I've got the GoPro Karma Grip gimbal, which I've determined is useless for POV stuff basically, because I want to use audio, and I can't actually use the Hero 5 with my Evo gimbal as well. So it's actually great for handheld stuff, for running around chasing people, and the quality of the 5 is great, but I will no longer be using that as a POV system except as a backup. Here I've got an old Hero 3 Black, just so I have an extra GoPro hanging out just in case all systems fail. Then I have my basic chest strap for the GoPro if I want to throw that thing on. All my basic bike stuff, just so I can do a fix, quick fix, get back on the road and not get stranded. So I've got a lot of redundancy here. So I've got, usually I have 2 tubes. I've got a pump. I've got CO2. I actually just used the CO2 last night, so I would have another one. Patch kit. Genuine Innovations tire plugs, extra tubeless valves, chain link. What else? Got a little Crank Brothers multi-tool here. What else can I find in here? And this is just kind of cavernous in here. There's not a lot of separation here. It really just has this one zippered area here. Okay, there's another gripe. I guess that's one problem I have with it, is this is a zippered area. I don't actually like to load up with anything heavy because then the thing gets top heavy. And then the only other real compartment is this, kind of what ends up being like a junk drawer up here. And so in here, I've got, that's a charger for the FW50, the batteries for the A7, just in case. I've got a little Anchor charger in case I want to hook it up to that and start charging batteries. I'm actually missing right now. I have this is a 3,000 milliwatt. I've got a 10,000 milliwatt because that's one huge way you can screw up a run and gun race cover. Just get out there and then have all your systems working, but then you run out of batteries, and it happens. You forgot to charge a GoPro, or you forgot to charge enough of the the A7 batteries. Your phone can die, so it's nice to have a lot of juice out there. So which bunch of, I got batteries for both the GoPros. I've got batteries for the Evo gimbal, which not pictured. Bunch of Sony A7. Actually, I have probably twice that I actually carry. Charger for the GoPro batteries. I want to hook that thing up. Charger cable for the GoPro. Oh, charger cable for the phone. Yeah, because that's another thing. You get out there, phone, you're in the middle of High Cascades 100 or something in the middle of Oregon, and your phone dies. You either need a GPS or you need to get in touch with someone. You can't. So just having a ton of extra charging capacity is great. Got a little lens wipe there. But what else? That's about it. I mean, it does have this, large kind of open area on the back that, things that are not of value go in. Has a little strappy system here. If you wanted to, I don't know, put your bedroll, if you're gonna stay overnight on a course. Oh, actually, it's got little zipper pockets here on the waist strap. So sometimes batteries go in there, lens wipes, snacks, whatever, they go in there. Yeah, I think I've talked for quite long enough about that. And that is what's in my camera bag when I actually go out on the course. I do have this guy. This is what everything kind of gets stored in, but I'm obviously, you'd see other event videographer guys walking around with one of these, but I basically use this to, store stuff in the car, go through the airport, whatever. But then when I'm running and gunning, dude, then I load up the little Lowepro. And honestly, I will, if you know of a better bag system for someone who needs to keep it super light, and because I actually go for a smaller pack than that. So if you have ideas for that, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, because things not perfect, but it's what kind of works for me, so that's what I've been using for a couple of years. And yeah, hope that was informative. And thanks for watching, Carlos. See you after, buddy.